Welcome to fellatravel. Prague's fairy tale facades draw you in, but it's the hidden stories beneath those ancient stones that will truly stun you. Step into centuries of legend winding through lanes alive with historic charm and modern pulse. In this fellatravel documentary, we focus on Prague's radiant heart, its soaring Gothic towers, ornate bridges, and vibrant trams slicing through lively squares. From the astronomical clock's hourly spectacle to the bohemian vibes of Charles Bridge at dawn, every moment here feels like a scene from another era. Turn each corner to uncover hidden courtyards, soaring cathedrals, and cozy cafes where tradition meets innovation. Ready for an insider's tour that blends fairy tale romance with real-life energy? Hit like, drop a comment, and subscribe to fellatravel for more epic adventures. The captivating charm of Czech women. In the heart of the Czech Republic, women's beauty carries an exotic elegance that echoes the country's rich landscapes and vibrant culture. At a cafe in Prague, a woman with porcelain skin and striking blue or green eyes, reflecting her Celtic and Slavic roots, sips her coffee with effortless grace that draws every glance. Czech women strike a perfect balance between refinement and individuality. Their features tell a story woven from Germanic, Celtic, and Southern Slavic heritage. Their fashion choices blend tradition with modern flair. One day, they're wrapped in tailored coats as they navigate ancient cobblestones. The next, they're flaunting bold prints and intricate tattoos that celebrate their free-spirited youth. In Brno and the storybook streets of Český Krumlov, you'll sense their quiet confidence. Whether they're sharing jokes with friends or guiding visitors through centuries-old landmarks. Beyond their striking looks, Czech women are celebrated for their warmth and sharp minds. Raised in a nation boasting nearly universal literacy and a deep respect for education, they become engaging conversationalists, eager to swap ideas over a casual smile or a thoughtful discussion. Their genuine openness invites travelers to form meaningful connections that linger long after the journey ends. From Moravia's lush vineyards to Prague's bustling old town, their presence sparkles like wildflowers dotting a green meadow. With fellatravel, explore the Czech Republic and witness how the elegance, expressiveness, and effortless magnetism of Czech women elevate every adventure, leaving an indelible mark on your memories. The magic of Masopusts, Czech Republic's vibrant carnival. Bright hues swirl through town squares as laughter and live music blend into a contagious celebration. That's Masopust, the Czech Republic's pre-Lenten carnival, where streets in places like Prague and Český Krumlov burst to life with tradition and community spirit. Held every late winter, usually in February or early March, Masopust sends winter packing with a festival rooted in Slavic folklore. Costumed revelers parade down cobblestone lanes wearing elaborate masks, gestures with bells, creatures from legend, and costumed figures echoing bygone eras. Folk musicians play driving rhythms on fiddles and brass, and everyone's welcome to join the dance. Ever been swept up by a parade that feels like stepping back in time? That's exactly the energy here. Food stalls line the streets, tempting visitors with kolis, sweet pastries filled with jams or poppy seeds, and smoky klobasy sausages begging for a cold pilsner on the side. Locals and travelers alike stand shoulder to shoulder, swapping stories over hearty bites that fuel the day's merrymaking. In villages, playful rituals give Masopust an extra spark. Communities stage mock trials of winter's spirit, good-natured skits that send frosty gloom off in style and welcome the promise of renewal. When the verdict is in, everyone cheers at the symbolic end of the season. Prague's Žižkov neighborhood turns historic streets into a carnival route, complete with roaming bands and costume troupes. In contrast, Český Krumlov's medieval lanes and castle backdrop lend the festivities a fairy tale air. Every town adds its own twist, so no two celebrations feel exactly alike. The heart of Masopust beats strongest in its mix of generations. Tiny tots in colorful outfits scamper between elders who share memories of carnivals past. That blend of youthful energy and lived-in wisdom weaves connections that last far beyond the final song. Several Masopust events have even earned UNESCO recognition, a nod to their cultural importance. When night falls and bonfires flicker under winter skies, the scene transforms once more, flames casting a warm glow over dancing figures and cheering crowds. Masopust isn't just a party, it's a window into Czech traditions and a chance to experience genuine communal joy. Join fellatravel and let this vibrant carnival ignite your wanderlust. Prague, the heartbeat of the Czech Republic. Kicking off our journey across the diverse landscape of the Czech Republic, we land in Prague, a pulsating capital that demands your attention. Nestled in the country's northern heart, Prague is almost always the first stop for travelers, and it's clear why. The city stretches along both banks of the 430-kilometer Vltava River, which uniquely flows south to north. Here, centuries-old cathedrals stand shoulder to shoulder with sleek new towers, creating a skyline alive with contrast. On the river's eastern side, you'll wander through the cobbled streets of the old town, marvel at the facades of national museums, and admire the quirky curves of the dancing house. Cross the bridge to the west bank, and you'll find modern office parks and cozy neighborhoods humming with local life. Every corner reveals layers of culture, from lively markets to hidden courtyards. Prague is divided into districts like Prague 1, Prague 2, and Prague 5, each with its own distinct vibe. Getting around is effortless thanks to its compact layout and punctual transit network. Next, we'll explore how both residents and sightseers navigate this dynamic city. Culture and people of the Czech Republic. Moving beyond its transport legacy, let's uncover the heart of the Czech Republic, its vibrant culture, and the people themselves. Czech, the nation's official tongue, shares deep ties with Slovak and challenges learners with its intricate grammar. Education here isn't just valued, it's a point of pride. Nearly 90% of citizens complete high school, and almost everyone is literate, placing the country among the global elite. You can see this thirst for knowledge everywhere, from well-stocked book nooks at tram stops to animated debates in local coffee houses. Czech residents often display fair complexions and light eyes, a testament to centuries of Celtic, Germanic, and Slavic influences. Among those under 25, self-expression runs strong. Tattoos mark roughly 1 out of every 3 young adults, reflecting an embrace of individuality. Freedom of choice extends to fashion and daily living, and a stroll through Prague feels welcoming as strangers nod and smile in passing. That genuine warmth makes exploring with fellatravel even more enjoyable. Now we'll trace the historical threads that have shaped this vibrant nation. A glimpse into Czech history. Let's step back from the lively present and dive into the chapters of Czech history. After the Austro-Hungarian Empire's collapse, Czechs and Slovaks joined forces to form Czechoslovakia. Nearly 7 decades later, in 1992, they chose separate paths, and on January 1st, 1993, the Czech Republic officially came into being. The young nation wasted no time staking its claim on the world stage, joining NATO by 1999 and the European Union by 2004. Each milestone underscored its dedication to democracy and international cooperation. That story carries through to the Czech flag's design. What began as simple white and red stripes gained a blue triangle to honor shared Slavic and Moravian roots. First raised over Czechoslovakia, that emblem endured after the split, becoming the Czech Republic's proud banner. Today, its bold red, white, and blue colors ripple across Prague, skyline, and historic landmarks, a quiet testament to national resilience. With this rich past guiding us, it's time to examine the economic forces shaping everyday life here. In this travel documentary, we'll weave these historical threads into the broader tapestry that influences the Czech Republic's modern identity, economy, and cost of living. Look beyond its medieval castles and you'll find today's Czech economy balancing tradition with modern chops. The legal minimum for a 40-hour workweek is about 19,000 korunas, roughly $800, while average pay hangs around 40,000 korunas, $1,700. After slicing off 15 to 23% in taxes, you're left with about $2,100 to $3,200 in your pocket. That tax bite is a reality check, showing why gross numbers often mislead until you see net figures. It's a tough pill, but crucial for budgeting life here. Sounds decent? Think again. Prague will humble you. A shared room rent sits near 8,000 korunas, $340 monthly, and a 40 square meter 1 or 2 bedroom flat will set you back 25,000 korunas, $1,060. Utilities, groceries, and transit easily add another 3,000, 4,000 korunas, so even landing that net salary, rent still dominates most budgets. And currency exchange adds insult to injury. Airport kiosks and Euronet ATMs deliver garbage rates where your 100 should fetch 2,500 korunas. You might walk away with only 2,000, 2,200, losing up to 15% before you even pay for your first coffee. Ever been burned by sneaky exchange fees when traveling? Next up, the weather you'll actually deal with. Weather and travel trends. As we move from economic factors to natural forces, the Czech Republic's weather stands out as a top concern for any traveler. Even during peak summer, June through August, you'll often face erratic skies with sudden rain showers and cool breezes interrupting sunny stretches. Locals adapt by layering long sleeves or lightweight jackets, always ready for a surprise drop in temperature. This unpredictability sends many Czechs off to the reliable warmth of Greece or Turkey for their holidays. Visitors exploring Prague's open-air sites must pack with flexibility in mind. Whether the sun's out or clouds roll in, the city's allure remains undiminished, but a backup plan keeps your schedule smooth. This climate quirk feeds into a wider European pattern of chasing guaranteed sunshine, underlining the Czech Republic's distinctive spot in the continent's travel culture. Next, we'll uncover a compelling cultural trait that truly sets this nation apart: a secular society. Shifting our focus from the weather to belief systems, you'll find that the Czech Republic ranks among Europe's most secular countries. An impressive 91% of people aged 16 to 29 say they don't affiliate with any religion, while 40% of the entire population rejects the idea of a deity. Roughly 30% would rather keep religion off the table, leaving just a thin slice of residents who practice Christianity or Catholicism. Thanks to centuries of social change, Czechs prioritize individual choice over long-standing customs. That spirit extends into daily life, visible in fashion, art, and personal style. For travelers accustomed to stricter cultural norms, this attitude feels liberating. With religion playing a minor role, the country offers a warm atmosphere, making it ideal for exploring with fellatravel. Now let's dive into a little-known industry thriving here. A unique industry. Next up is a side of the Czech Republic you won't hear about in most travel documentaries: its booming adult film sector. Alongside Hungary, this nation of roughly 10.5 million people generates about 13% of the world's output. Stroll through Prague and you might casually bump into actors, directors, or crew headed to a set. Most locals enter the business willingly, drawn by the pay. The whole operation runs under the radar, rarely mentioned in everyday chat, so visitors almost never suspect it's there. That low-key approach reflects a pragmatic respect for personal choice. It may catch you off guard, but it's just one thread in the Czech Republic's rich economic fabric. Now, let's dive into something everyone understands: sports. Sports, ice hockey fever. Shifting gears from manufacturing to pure recreation, the Czech Republic's true sporting obsession isn't football or basketball, it's ice hockey. The national squad consistently ranks among the elite, with legends like Jaromír Jágr dazzling fans worldwide. Each year, from September through April, the Czech Extraliga pits 14 teams in high-octane showdowns that electrify packed arenas. The roar of the crowd and the slap of the puck give visitors an authentic taste of Czech pride. For anyone on a travel documentary adventure, Cheering in the Stands offers a first-hand connection to local culture. Would you jump into the chant and rally for a goal or wander off to admire centuries-old castles? However you choose, this ice hockey fervor perfectly complements the nation's rich scientific and cultural heritage. Scientific and literary legacy. Beyond its athletic acclaim, the Czech Republic shines through its intellectual feats. A homegrown chemist introduced contact lenses, reshaping vision care for millions. In Brno, Johann Gregor Mendel planted the seeds of genetics, crafting the blueprint for modern heredity. Literary legend Franz Kafka, born in Prague, probed identity and society with a narrative power that still resonates worldwide. And the very term robot debuted in a Czech stage play, capturing our fascination with mechanical life. These landmark innovations underscore the country's profound influence on science and culture. As you wander through Prague's museums and libraries, you'll sense that legacy come alive, paving the way for our next fellatravel documentary segment. Must-visit attractions in Prague. Moving from scholarly curiosity to street-level adventure, Prague offers sights that thrill every traveler. Begin in Malá Strana at the world's narrowest street, only 48 cm wide, where timed lights steer foot traffic through a 10-meter passage straight to a snug bistro. Next, the Jewish Quarter, Europe's largest, pulses with stories of endurance amid its restored synagogues and historic cemeteries. Explore the Dancing House, the 1996 marvel of twisting glass and concrete, now home to vibrant cafes and restaurants. Visit the bustling Old Town Square, wander Prague Castle's sprawling courtyards, and cross the Charles Bridge, lined with replica statues and once the only Vltava crossing until 1741, before grabbing a spot for the astronomical clock's hourly show. Finally, head to the Lennon Wall, its colorful graffiti tributes to John Lennon dating back to 1980, providing a lively backdrop for snapshots. Together, these landmarks weave medieval charm and modern flair into a seamless tapestry, setting you up perfectly for your next Czech adventure, savoring the country's food and drink. Culinary delights, mushrooms, and beer. As we move from sightseeing to savory experiences, Czech fare delights with its mushroom mania. Each family collects roughly 8 kilograms a year, combing forests and parks for these earthy treasures. Dubbed poor man's meat, mushrooms reign in hearty soups and stews, particularly across rural landscapes, showcasing the nation's bond with the outdoors. Yet beer steals the spotlight. Czechs rank among Europe's top 5 consumers, and suds often cost less than tap water, with a pint starting near $1 at roadside pubs. Every eatery boasts its own selection, making a beer crawl indispensable for travelers. So, what's your beverage of choice when you hit the road? And how does this flavor story shape our next look at Prague's immaculate streets? Safety and cleanliness. The Czech Republic's unwavering focus on safety and cleanliness turns every trip into a smooth, worry-free journey, cementing its status as a must-see destination on fellatravel. Consistently landing among Europe's top 10 safest nations, Prague invites exploration around the clock without a second thought. With crime rates so low that police patrols are barely noticeable, you can roam bustling markets or secluded alleys and feel completely secure. Have you ever experienced that rare peace of mind when exploring a city at night? Equally impressive is Prague's commitment to spotless streets. Before dawn breaks, public works teams clear away every scrap of litter, and shopkeepers buff their facades until they gleam. This dedication goes beyond mere appearances. It's a collective pride in safeguarding the city's UNESCO World Heritage sites. From the arches of the Charles Bridge to hidden courtyards tucked behind Gothic facades, the absence of debris lets history's grandeur stand front and center. Modern comforts mesh seamlessly with these historic scenes. Roads are impeccably maintained, making each drive a genuine pleasure, and the skyline buzzes with sleek Skoda models, most rolling off the line after 2020. You'll spot Kodiak USUVs gliding over cobblestones as easily as on wide boulevards, a nod to Czech engineering under Volkswagen's wing. This blend of old-world charm and cutting-edge design sets the stage for unforgettable discoveries. It's a perfect canvas for travel documentary crews, where every frame captures the harmony of heritage and innovation. For visitors, that means diving headfirst into Prague's wonders without distraction. Whether you pause to admire the Vltava's gentle current or trace Baroque rooftops in the old town, an environment this safe and pristine elevates every moment. What's the cleanest city you've ever been to, and does it match Prague's remarkable standards? A global melting pot. Check out how the Czech Republic locks down safety and cleanliness, turning every trip into a worry-free journey. Prague sits in Europe's top 10 safest spots, so you can roam from busy markets to hidden alleys at any hour without a second thought. With hardly any uniforms in sight, its low crime rates let you explore unbothered. Ever felt that level of freedom after dark? Then there's the cultural mashup, tourists from Korea and Japan side by side with workers from the Philippines, India, and Bangladesh. That global vibe makes Prague feel like a living travel documentary you're starring in. Why visit the Czech Republic? At the close of our fellatravel journey, the Czech Republic stands out as a place where centuries-old architecture and contemporary energy collide. Wander through Prague's labyrinth of cobblestone lanes beneath soaring Gothic spires. Each corner reveals another layer of living history. As dawn breaks over Charles Bridge, a soft mist drifts across the Vltava, announcing the city's first stirrings. That blend of preserved charm and waking life turns every street into an invitation to explore. Getting around is as effortless as it is enchanting. Prague's trams and metro link Old Town's medieval heart to the modern silhouette of the dancing house in minutes, and at about 20 korunas a ride, roughly $0.85, it won't break your budget. Consistently ranked among Europe's safest nations, the Czech Republic boasts spotless streets and a laid-back vibe, so you can focus on discovery rather than stress. Whether you're downing a $1 Pilsner in a bustling beer hall or joining locals to hunt for chanterelles in mossy woodlands, you're not just passing through, you're living the culture. What truly defines this country, though, is its people. In edgy coffee shops, tattooed baristas serve expertly pulled espresso while swapping insider tips. Out in the countryside, families venture into emerald forests, baskets in hand, passing down the art of foraging. Czechs fuse deep-rooted traditions with a spirited, open-minded outlook that infects you with enthusiasm, making every encounter feel spontaneous and genuine. Have you ever felt a place resonate through the rhythms of its residents? Here, students from Asia mingle with professionals from India and the Philippines, weaving a multicultural tapestry that enriches every moment. If you crave history, unbeatable value, and authentic connections, the Czech Republic delivers on all fronts. Let fellatravel spark your next adventure, unpack your bags, dive in, and craft stories you'll share for years to come.